Ah, chills. Literal chills.
Let's go.
Hey Pride Squad, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today, as you can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be reviewing all 10 episodes of X-Men 97. Let me just start out by saying, first of all, how you guys like my t-shirt? You guys know I had to bring out my Rogue and Gambit t-shirt for this video. Yes, I know that I'm a little late on this, but come on, cut me some slack, Pride Squad. Basically, my mom and I, we were watching, the reruns on Disney Plus of the original X-Men animated series from the 1990s, and I thought we should give X-Men 97 a watch some point, like after we finish this show. Especially because X-Men 97 is obviously a continuation of the original series from the 90s. So eventually we watched all 5 seasons of the original animated series from the 90s, and then we moved on to all 10 episodes, and this show is a 10 out of 10 instantly. I have to give X-Men 97 its flowers, y'all. This is peak X-Men animation ever since the original animated series from the 90s, okay? So I'm not gonna drag this in way too damn long, and I'm just gonna get right into this. And by the way, these are just my personal opinions. So anyways, let's just get right into this video. First of all, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that they actually kept the original X-Men theme song? Also, these updated graphics, mwah, chef's kiss. Oh shit, we got my girl Storm coming in hot with the forecast and that mohawk. I'm so happy they gave her her mohawk. Okay, so a fun fact I recently learned about Cyclops is that these are not lasers or heat vision that he's shooting from his eyes. It's actually kinetic energy. And I'm pretty sure his signature visor is meant to keep it impact based. Impact based or not, they should have straight up died from this shit, because there is no way in hell any mutant or human is surviving that damn explosion. Not for nothing, but my guy Gambit's got that fit check going for him though. Miss Jean Grey's pregnant? Oh my god, congrats girl, she gonna be a baby mama. Was I the only one who thought that Roberto's powers were either absolute shit or just some minor mutation due to the fact that he just keeps dodging the question as to what the fuck his powers actually are? So right off the bat, I immediately don't trust this bitch due to the fact that she looks like a cartoon version of MTG. I swear, the team stays disrespecting Scott any chance they get, and yet they swear they need him to lead. Make it make sense. Scott needs to start standing on business rather than act like a whiny bitch or be all passive aggressive, because the only reason Logan is acting this way is because he still wants to get with your wife. Yeah, I definitely need to start reading more X-Men comics, because this shit right here, this right here, I can only describe as badass. Maybe not as hardcore as Avengers Assemble, but to me my X-Men is pretty fucking solid. This is why Rogue is one of my favorite characters, because she absolutely fucks shit up in these fights, I swear. Bitch, the Sentinels really had the nerve and audacity to say Omega level threat detected. Put the respect on Storm's name, motherfuckers. I don't even give a fuck if this would be painful as hell. That team combo was crazy as hell. Oh my god, this right here, best Magneto design, point blank period.
Everything he fought for now belongs to me, my X-Men.
Holy fucking shit. Wow, I am so happy that the media is keeping up the tradition of not wasting any time whatsoever exploiting the X-Men.
The depths you humans go. Even denying these outcasts the indignity of your waste.
Exactly, so therefore your comment is irrelevant.
Even if I wasn't a mutant, I would still team up with Magneto 100%, and I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. Hell, even Charles trusts Magneto enough to leave everything to him. How can I not join his team? Ugh, this conversation between Storm and Jean absolutely warms my heart every time I watch this back, because this is such a sweet moment. They basically are sisters at this point. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the outfit that Magneto is wearing in this episode? Because damn, he look hella good.
I feared you would do your best to avoid being alone with me, Rogue.
Whoa, hold the fuck up, whoa. I was absolutely shooketh to the max the first time I watched this, because nobody told me Rogue had a thing for older men. I still want her to be with Gambit though, 100%. Shit. Magneto said, I'm not even worried about those guns, I could just kill you all with these helicopter blades. This is next level savagery.
You build robots to hunt us, call us to chain our power. Protection. That is extermination.
Exactly. Magneto ain't saying nothing wrong, and I will not hear otherwise about it.
Know what I hate? Huh? Your kind. act like you got it so bad. Normal people have it hard too. We just have the dignity not to whine about it.
Bitch, I don't remember you from the 90s TV show. You're immediately dead to me. Here we have a doctor refusing a woman in labor just because she's a mutant, being wrongfully hunted down, persecuted, and put on trial just because you're different. And the rest is just all-out bigotry across the board. All of this shit just a few minutes after Magneto's speech, and yet he's the terrorist here. Yeah, I would have been right there with Magneto, especially after what happened to Storm in this episode, because enough is enough.
Bigot. Ingrate. Sycophant.
But what Magneto lets you know in this episode is that this is the kind of people that we could turn out to be, and yet we're choosing to be better versions of ourselves. Wait, whoa, hold the fuck up. 2 genes? Okay, so apparently we're doing the Inferno storyline where this new character that showed up at the end of that last episode is the real Jean Grey, and this character we've been following the last 2 episodes is Madeline Pryor, otherwise known as the Clone. First of all, everybody in this room isn't shit right now because all of you turned your back on her so fucking quick the second you thought that she could be a clone. The most isn't shit is Scott over here because, dude, you're the one who has an actual baby with her, so what the fuck?
Mommy's busy.
Oh, man, her voice, though. Holy fucking shit. They're already speedboating through the storyline because Miss Ma'am over here is already the Goblin Queen. This episode, I'm sorry, but Morph was too fucking funny with this joke about Magneto and Roguehog in the danger room. And after just one joke, he's got poor Gambit having nightmares about them being together. My god.
You don't have to do this.
Who doesn't? Me? Who am I? Say my name, Scott.
Oh, girl, I just got wet.
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
God damn, she fine. Bitch, I already knew Logan could not wait to jump at the chance to get this close to Jean. You rat bastard. Jesus Christ. Now Nathan has the virus that turned him into Cable, and he's gonna have to get sent to the future. We're moving through 3 storylines in 1 episode. Scott, how the fuck are you gonna be like, I can't abandon my son, and then abandon your son? What the hell? Okay, fuck what I said in that last clip, because I don't blame Scott for not being a part of this, because seeing his son have to leave like this, it would have killed him both mentally and emotionally, so I get it. Man, so much has happened throughout this episode. Jesus Christ, but it works. As much as it pains me to be the one to have to tell you this, at some point, Gambit, you gotta take that L, man. Magneto has been styling on you ever since he got here, and Rogue has clearly already made up her mind. She does not want to be with you right now. I love how this scene is just a basic reminder that the X-Men have absolute shit security. Okay, so after a few episodes, I did some research, and apparently this character is Sunspot from the comics, but so far, he's been the most underwhelming addition to the show so far. Okay, so Mojo said if you die in this game, you die for real. It's been confirmed that they are in fact trapped in a video game having to literally fight for their lives, and yet he still continues to remain completely useless and refuse to use his powers to actually help Jubilee. I love how Roberto is actually opening up about how he had to lie to his parents about liking mutants just to make them more comfortable, and Jubilee is just over here like, damn bro, that's crazy, but my problems though. So a fun fact I recently learned about this character right here, this older version of Jubilee is actually voiced by the original voice actress who did the voice of Jubilee in the original TV show from the 90s. That was pretty cool to see. Oh, now you decide to use your powers? My god, I love these moments where Jubilee gets her time in the spotlight, and she always takes these fights on with a face that says, yeah, try me bitch, I'm really with that shit. Okay, but does anybody else ship these two? Because I'm pretty sure the show definitely ships these two. But hey, I'm not against it, honestly. God damn, she pretty! When I tell you, Pride Squad, my heart hurted throughout this part of the episode where Storm was so fucking struggling to come to terms with the fact that she doesn't have her powers anymore. Bitch, when I tell you, I was startled as hell because what the fuck is this? I love how Magneto is trying to show that he wants to be a better version of himself, and yet this bitch is still being hostile towards this man. Like, bitch, do you want there to be peace or not? Oh my god, my heart lit up the first time I watched this episode, and Nightcrawler appeared because I was wondering when we were gonna see him. He's one of my favorites without a doubt. I love Nightcrawler so much. This conversation between Nightcrawler and Gambit was everything to me because even Nightcrawler wants Rogue and Gambit to be together. Like, please, someone make it happen, Marvel.
We too busy for love. Too busy sinning. There is no love without sin. Love is best measured in what we forgive.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
Gene, how the fuck are you gonna be thinking about your man while you're cheating on him? dumb. Also, good on Logan for backing away from Jean when he did and telling her to go talk to her boyfriend. Good on you, Logan. You did the right thing.
You're ungrateful. We fight, risk our lives for you. Evil mutants, robots, crazy aliens. I gave him up. I gave him up because you can't say thank you. Because I have to stomach your questions and prove that I'm a person. I lie because the truth is we're nothing like you. Thank God, because it's the only reason you people are still alive.
Listen, I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. This shit right here was not cheating. The absolute nerve and audacity that Jean has to be pissed off at Scott is fucking laughable. Look, I understand the whole Madeline Pryor and Jean Grey situation is complicated as hell, but the fact remains that this is still the same person. Meanwhile, this bitch actually cheated on him with Logan, so the gaslighting is fucking insane.
Your heart may beat for me, but I can't feel it.
Oh, Jesus.
Light up everything you touch, but never me.
No, because this shit right here would have been my villain origin story.
Most other nations don't allow a terrorist to be their leader.
Yet so many allow their leaders to be terrorists.
I will stay defending Magneto until the day that I fucking die! Oh, hell no. This episode needs to be called The Violation. Jesus Christ, I thought I was watching X-Men, not Invincible! No! Oh my god, Rogue didn't even get a chance to tell Gambit that she was choosing him at the end of the day. But at least my guy Gambit made sure he went out like a fucking G. What? The fuck? My god, Professor Charles Xavier is alive! Should have seen that coming. After episode 4, I definitely had to do some research just to see who the hell the adversary is in the comic books. This is technically what the adversary looks like in the comics, so I think them changing his appearance into a demon owl monstrosity was a good choice. This is far more haunting. Apparently, Forge's mutant abilities give him the power to conceive anything that he can conjure up in his head, but so far all I've seen him do is Doctor Strange type shit. I'm starting to believe that Charles just likes the idea of being oppressed, because who the fuck would want to stay on this damn planet?
Xavier would see his Milky Way ghetto.
Milky Way ghetto is crazy accurate though. Bitch, Deathbird's challenge does not make a fucking ounce of sense. I think a lot of us can collectively agree on the fact that this is only happening because the council is stupid enough to believe that Charles is a downgrade from evolution just because he's a mutant. But most people are not even capable of doing the shit that mutants are capable of, so wouldn't that make him the next stage in evolution? Are you sure these aliens are smart? When I tell you, Pride Squad, I have never breathed such a sigh of relief in my life than I did when I first watched this episode, because thank God Storm got her powers back in this episode. Also, she did so while conquering her longtime struggle of claustrophobia. Check out my girl Storm over here. They are giving Storm all of the justice in this show, I swear. Charles said, fuck all this shit, I gotta get home, my children need me. Jesus Christ, this episode literally just started and we're already starting off with the tears. Oh my god. They could not have picked a better person to give this eulogy than Nightcrawler. I love him so much. Yeah, I would have been right there with Rogue because I can grieve later. It's about that ass whooping right now. Because after what happened in Genosha, somebody was gonna have to catch these fists. Bitch, I knew Rogue was on site in this episode because that stomp was fucking vicious. Ross is really out here bragging about this facility being able to contain the Hulk, but dude, remind us all exactly how many times has the Hulk escaped this place? Sorry, but I lost count. So this asshole is basically telling Cyclops, sorry, but we can't contribute any more help to these efforts due to the fact that it's been a week and you guys have found no survivors. They are literally on the brink of all-out mutant versus human war, and they're over here like, yeah, we're not gonna help because it doesn't look good politically. Goddamn right, toss away that stupid-ass shield. I'm sorry, Cap, but this was not one of your best moments. The time for tolerance is over. Man, you know shit's gotten really fucked up when even Beast of all people, bless his heart, is getting fed the hell up. Because they want mutants to be tolerant while they're being massacred. Yeah, Magneto did nothing wrong. To this day, this moment still makes me as emotional as Scott here because I refuse to believe that Madeline's really dead. Of course, Sunspot's mom already knew that he's a mutant and he sucked at hiding it. Boy, if you don't sit your ass down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time that we hear Rogue or Nightcrawler addressing each other as brother and sister, which makes me so friggin' happy. happy, honestly. You guys, this is exactly why I love Nightcrawler so much. I think a lot more Catholic people in real life should take a good example from him. Ugh, when Rogue broke down here in tears and Nightcrawler held her close to him, I cried so much. My god, Marvel, this is the best piece of animated superhero television I've seen in a good long while. Cause when Rogue dropped this fucker, not a single one of them jumped to save his ass. Yes, thank you, Rogue. This is exactly what I've been screaming at my TV screen for the whole time. You guys cannot keep sparing the lives of psychopaths. When you know it, the ultimate android Bastion is behind all of this. Thank fucking God Magneto is still alive. I swear, Marvel, if things get really fucking scuffed, it always involves the multiverse or time travel. There is never an in-between. I actually had to go back and rewatch this a couple of times just to make sure that nothing too severely bad happened to Rogue, because this fucker really punched her so hard she caught a fever. Lockjaw, bitches, because of course this raggedy asshole was working for Sinister. Bitch, you can immediately shut all the way the fuck up with that I didn't know bullshit. You are literally working for somebody who calls himself Mr. Sinister! So let me see if I'm hearing this correctly. Bastion is the Sentinel backup for Master Mold, combined with a new Sentinel program prototype named Nimrod from the future that came to the past to infect somebody with a new type of Sentinel that can be born. So this new techno-organic android can build a new master race of Sentinels. Christ, my head hurts. Shit, even Dr. Doom of all people is telling Bastion he's going way too far. When a villain like that is calling you out for how evil your intentions are, you know you're a fucking monster. I will honestly never understand the logic, if you can even call it that, when it comes to bigotry, because aren't you becoming the exact same thing that you guys are bitching and complaining about? There's not really that much of a difference between someone with superpowers and somebody born that way. Not surprising, this bitch of course has prejudice against mutants. Shit, Logan is just too ready to kill these motherfuckers. I'm sure he's been waiting his whole life to do this. This is one of my all-time favorite Nightcrawler moments on X-Men 97 without a doubt. My favorite blue furball over here was out here styling in midair while teleporting and fencing with not 2 but 3 swords thanks to the help of that tail of his. That was cool as fuck. And then this right here, this tag team with Logan was so fucking cool to witness. Say it louder for the people in the back. Magneto was right as he saves the world once again. Oh my god, Spider-Man! Hey buddy! Bitch, is that Silver Samurai? I remember him! Omega Red! Shit! Yeah! Charles, your entire school is on fire again! You are late as fuck! Well, shit, looks like we're back to square one. So much for saving the world, huh? I'm honestly so fucking sick of them blaming Magneto for what happened, but not Charles for just up and leaving them. I honestly swear to God, the X-Men have a tendency of going completely deaf in the room anytime somebody in the room makes a decent point about something. Sunspot makes a pretty valid point here, like, yeah, why are we wasting all these resources on the racists who have been trying to kill us? Jubilee is just over here like, yeah, sounds like another day that ends in Y, and the rest of them are like, oh yeah, it's because we're a family and it's what we do. That doesn't make it any less fucking stupid! And then we're just completely against the idea of trying to permanently stop the bad guy from trying to control us all. Okay. I would have teamed up with Magneto so fucking quickly, it's ridiculous. How many more of you guys have to die before you have to come to terms with the fact that they do not give a fuck about your kind? It's time to fight to live. How Morph could lose any fight is fucking insane. Fucking finally, somebody tells Charles to shut the fuck up. Oh shit, Jean died. What is it, another day that ends in Y? Charles sure as hell isn't against killing his own kind though. I'm sorry, Logan, but I cannot keep defending you anymore because what the fuck? And just like in the comics, Magneto just straight up rips the adamantium out of Logan's body. Jesus Christ. But Logan did have that coming though. Magneto did nothing wrong. I honestly don't know why Charles and Magneto always have these conversations like it's not going to end with Charles brain blasting him in the end. Like they know each other well enough to the point where they already know the answer is always the same every fucking time. So they should have started out with this. I have to admit, Bastion makes one hell of a villain, but at the same time, he's basically just Ultron but with a childhood. As expected, like a phoenix from the ashes, Jean Grey is back, bitches! Woo! Sis just straight up burnt the DNA out of this man. Jesus Christ! arms. Bastion straight up ripped Cable's arm clean off and used it as a power-up for himself. That was cool as shit. I swear, Rogue absolutely carries these fights, man. Was I the only one who noticed this? When Magneto was having recollections of his childhood trauma where his parents were killed in front of him as a child, he slowly started going back to his German accent. I feel so fucking terrible for this man. He can never catch a break. They put all the respect on Cyclops in this show, I swear. And check out the MVP Jubilee over here. Man, these idiots really said the best way to destroy the asteroid is to have it crash to Earth. And Magneto saves the world yet again. Oh shit, next season we get Apocalypse. Let's fucking go!